Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the new champion of Shazam, issue number 1. Now, I'm sorry it's been a while that I haven't done much of a comic review. I've just been busy condensing down Blu-rays, going through comics to sell on Facebook Marketplace. So I mainly managed to get this new review done. One of which is meant to feature Mary as the new Shazam. And yeah, I would say with DC, they know how to kind of change the mantle to show that sometimes your old characters will get older and new ones will take over. And the cover mainly has Mary proud in her new Shazam form, and let's get on the story. It starts off how Mary kind of remembers back to her youth, being an unwanted child, running away from foster homes, until being taken in by her current foster parents, as well as being met with her new family, and playing the supporting role, being the kind of overachiever. And one day after Billy Batson got powers and shared them with his family, and this was back in his Shazam origin, we kind of see how Mary gets ready for college, and keep in mind that after they lost their powers and Billy trapped himself in the Rock of Eternity from the whole Titans Academy story, we see how, yeah, Dolla's sad about what happened to Billy, as well as her Shazam powers. And we see Mary saying goodbye to her foster parents and heads off to a new life at college in New York. And I would say college is usually that fresh start, that sort of new home you're gonna have. And we kind of see how Mary kind of knows that this is going to be the sort of new her. And we see her meeting her two roommates, Cassie and Becca, and we see them meeting Hoppy, who's basically Becca's rabbit. Now, keep in mind, in the New 52 continuity, Hoppy was meant to be Mary's pet rabbit, so I'm guessing similar names to the similar rabbits. And of course, this is where they kind of show off all their accomplishments, and when they ask who Mary's name is, they say, call me Maria. Maria? And they actually get impressed with her so-called fake name, and this is obviously going to be her trying to be something she's not. And we kind of see how they head to the Organization Week, and yeah, they kind of forget their sort of name tags, so Mary decides to let them take their seats. And of course, we see how Mary sees that Hoppy's in the bag, and him saying, "Oh, but the magic of the Rock of Eternity, of course." "Ah! Mary Burnfield, I've been enhanced by Billy the Chosen One of the Wizard Shazam to give you the message. New and strange threats have arisen on Earth." And basically Billy wants Mary to be the new Shazam. And Mary's saying, "Billy, are you in there?" "No, that's the point of the message. He's not here, but you are." And of course, this is where Mary kind of realizes they're still talking in front of a whole audience. And of course, this is where she has to kind of panically leave, but as soon as she gets teleported back to Philadelphia, she kind of sees that everyone's being held hostage by an unknown supervillain known as Disaster Master, who's kind of got an enhanced sort of smartphone device and says, "Haha, gotcha, now everyone shut up." And how'd you get there? And of course, when he says about no sudden moves, he tries to kind of take everything down, and Hoppy says, "Mary, you know what to say, say the word. I don't know who you are or what's going on, but I won't let you hurt these people." Shazam! And this is Mary basically as the new Shazam. And of course, we kind of see how Mary gets all the hostages out of safety, and her saying, "I'll deal with Weather Wizard over here. The name is Disaster Master." And of course, we kind of see how since Mary's now got all the Shazam powers tenfold, she's now kind of like a walking kind of power battery. And of course, this is her going to be in her full potential. And we kind of see how Disaster Master tries to go on for Mary, but we kind of see how Mary uses her powers to her new advantage, and of course, manages to take down Disaster Master, with Mary tying him up. And Hoppy said, "See, I knew you could do it. Mary, the world needs you, Aunt Mary. Mary!" But of course, she points out that she can't really be a Shazam now due to college and other things. And even point out there's Black Adam, who's now reformed, and a million other heroes who can do it. But of course, we see how Mary heads back to college, and just as she turns back to normal, she sees that the police are here, thinking it's about Hoppy, but it turns out it's her foster parents who've mysteriously disappeared. And this is the story. I would say, yeah, the first issue of Shazam, the new champion of Shazam, is pretty basic. Like, yeah, Mary is gonna be the new Shazam, and I think it makes sense because, keep in mind, Mary was always the supporting role in the Shazam family, and keep in mind that Billy knew Mary would be a better candidate, makes perfect sense. But I think it's still a good issue, despite being a little lackluster. So I think it still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.